Hello and welcome to the More Than Drill and Drum podcast.
The podcast where we talk about drill, drum and more.
I'm Jemima.
And I'm Tyrese. And today we're going to be speaking about the more than of More Than Drill and Drum.
We'll give you some behind the scenes, if you will, about content creation and how we've been finding it as being content creators.
So sit back, relax and enjoy this episode. Hello, Jemima.
Hello, Tyrese.
You alright?
I'm okay, thank you.
How's the energy level right now?
I'm tired though, man. I'm tired. How are you?
I'm tired as well, man. But I mean, we're here to address... I'm saying address like there's an issue or something.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
But I guess we could address like the change. Like, yeah, the bailiffs came, they took the other sofa.
Nobody came. No one came.
I think this episode is going to be a bit more of a serious-ish tone.
Maybe more of a sit-down chat kind of tone.
An insight into, as you've said in the intro, like what does it actually take for us to be in this social media, YouTube podcast space? And yeah, I'm just going to start off by saying right now, I did not want to record a podcast. I was tired, but we came up with this idea, and actually you came up with the genius idea. And I said, yeah, why not? We're still able to speak in a podcast setting. And I think it's really going to add that vulnerability for us as well. So, yeah.
Here we are. Exactly that. Because to make the usual content that we do, there is a lot of process. And I feel like this episode comes right in the thick of it. Like, this isn't this is what it used to be like as content creators. No, this is what it's like right now. What is behind all the glitz and glam of Instagram posts and all that good stuff.
So in the midst of that, outside of More Than Drill and Drum, can you believe we have lives?
Real jobs.
Yeah, so for me, I don't even know if I probably have mentioned it, but obviously graduated and great time. And I'm working 9 to 5 right now with the NHS, and I enjoy the job. I like the job. But of course, 9 to 5 is a lot of hours where I cannot dedicate my time to More Than Drill and Drum. And finding the time outside of work, as you know, I also do counselling outside of work hours. I'm a basketball enthusiast, so I want to go play basketball. There's a lot of church events that I might be planning for or being involved in. So to also add more than, let's even talk about practice.
Hey, people need to watch our last podcast where we came clean about the practice situation with our guest, and that was super fun. Make sure you check it out.
But just adding all those things, and there's even things I haven't even mentioned about, like keeping up social relationships or
like actually having friends.
Making time to cook.
It's so real though.
Yeah, and there's just so much that goes on, and to try and set some time aside to do More Than Drill and Drum, because it's not just we're sitting in front of a camera. It's, okay, what is this episode going to be about?
Yeah.
Where are we taking our viewers? Because this is our story as well as the viewer's story.
Yeah.
Okay, this needs to be edited like this. The audio needs to be done. Can you set up the cameras? Can you set up the background?
Can you contact so-and-so to make sure they can come on this day and brief them and all that kind of stuff?
There is a lot. So, yeah, what would you say for yourself as well then? Like,
it's been a very similar story. Also working full-time, and with the nature of my work, so I'm in research, and that has different deadlines at various times, and it's kind of more project-based work. And so it's been busy. And then also making sure that you still look after yourself. Because one thing that I'm appreciating more in life is how the best outputs can come when you're the best version of you. And so when I'm feeling good, when I'm feeling healthy, then the things that I do can be good. And so instead of kind of pushing all of that to the bottom of the pile to say, let me do really good work and then I'll look after myself later, like actually that's not the way to approach it. And so I've been, taking active steps to do that. As I've been, starting to get into a little bit more exercise, which feels really good. But of course, that takes time from other things.
I forgot to mention gym, like.
Literally. But it's tough because, okay, you had a really great session, but now that's like 1 hour. Let's say you have a really good session. That's like one less hour that you have to do the other stuff. And so, yeah, getting that balance right is tough. I'll be real. There are messages that are not replied to on my phone as we record this right now.
Let me even bring up the proof that you haven't replied to me from when. But we're here doing a podcast together. I'm joking.
You know I've replied to your message. But like the point still stands. And it's not in any way malicious, like, oh, I don't want to speak to people. But it's tough right now. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you said, it's about making opportunities for yourself where that can be easier. So if that means taking some time out just for a little bit so that things can be done efficiently in the long run, you've got to do that.
Exactly.
And that might explain our presence that wasn't felt for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's true. We noticed it too.
Yeah. we have meetings quite consecutive meetings.
Yeah, I think quite regularly.
And I think in the midst of everything going on, I don't think we spoke for like two weeks.
Something like that.
And
yeah.
that's quite rare for us.
Yeah, that's quite a long time. By the time we're on the call, it's like, I miss you, Tyrese.
Yeah, man. But it was nice to have that little break. Usually we have January as a mass hiatus or something.
Yeah, hiatus.
And I guess we had another one.
Yeah, literally. It's been ages. Like we've been blessed with the opportunity to come back and do some filming, but we did have a bit of a gap where it just wasn't possible for various reasons.
And even in the midst of that as well, we don't. Can I give a little insight to our viewers?
I guess we'll find out.
Because of how time demanding our activities could be, like when we're busy people, we don't have a lot of time to film and stuff.
No, it's true.
So some things might be just rampacked in one day.
It literally, and that's where we have to then plan really effectively to maximize the times that we do have.
That I must say we're quite good at.
Yeah.
Especially like looking into the future and saying, okay, this is what we want to do for the next month, the month after. We need to do this now and all of that.
Yeah.
But it's just when the action comes, it's just...
That's it. And so then when life has got you tired, it can be difficult to kind of show up with that energy for the camera and stuff like that.
Just tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Like when we were setting up today, did I not say, yeah, so if we can have a quiet setup while I warm up for the day, that would be great.
Yeah. But we still enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
Like sitting here on the sofa with you, speaking about drilling and drumming and the experiences, and even podcast guests that we had earlier that you've already plugged that they should go check out that video. It still brings a special type of joy in my heart to be sitting next to these drum pads here as well. Like even reminiscing on old times when I wanted to make a drum pad.
Yeah, literally. Like I remember that, and I remember you sending me like drawings and like, oh yeah, what about this concept? For me, I think my equivalent was one day having a brand, and thinking about what that would look like, how that could work, and so then to be sitting here with these, it's like
our
we're
logo.
living. Yeah, literally.
Got a logo on the drum pad.
We are living in that right now, and so. I feel like there's a lesson in that for us and maybe our viewers as well, that the process to building your dreams can be tough. And there will be days where you will wake up feeling tired. There'll be times when you don't really want to show up to do what you need to do. But those are the times that you need to keep going because of your faith in the vision. And it wasn't long ago that we passed that 2-year milestone of being present on YouTube. And when we started, we weren't at this at all. We didn't have an official logo or anything like that.
0 subscribers.
Literally.
0 Instagram
and I remember
followers.
it was like, oh, you'd ask your family member, oh, can you just subscribe like to us on YouTube? But I think that's a testament to just continuing to believe the vision, to continuing to show up, to make time, to not give up on your own dreams, because given enough time and enough watering, that they can still grow into the very thing that you dreamed of.
And on that of growing, I think there's been a space that has been opened up, like going around to different church events. People will come up and be like, "Oh, you're the Jill and Joel guy." Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, like, can I get an invite on the podcast? Or I want to share something on your space." And yeah, that's all fun and games. That's like, that's a joke. But is it a joke? I don't think it is, because if someone's saying they want to come on the podcast, they've got a message to share. And I think that is I was just deep in it now. That's quite powerful, man. That someone can realize something within themselves that they know our audience might be interested in hearing. So being able to continue providing that space, we need to keep doing that. The only way that we can keep doing that is, as you said, by showing up, by growing our platforms, by just keep doing us. And as I did mention earlier, if we do need to take that break, just to recharge, we will.
Yeah. And I think what you've said there is an important point as well, that when you make content, most of the time you don't really see much of the reaction or the response. Yeah, you get to see some metrics like watch time and likes and shares and that kind of thing. But often we don't get to see that. And so then when you do have that conversation with someone who says, wow, like I watched your podcast and I really enjoyed it, or like that thing really spoke to me, that kind of encouragement goes a long way, because it reminds you, oh wow, there are people at home like watching what we put out, and it encourages you to keep on doing what you're doing, because like I guess it takes you out of the studio walls and reminds you that actually you're having an impact in somebody's life.
And I think from way before we were even it's been important for us not to focus on the likes, the subscribers, because we know the social media world can be. I don't even have social media on my own phone. But to know that, as you said, we're making an impact, that is what the most important thing for me and yourself is. And we will continue to do that. Yeah.
Because likes come and go, followers follow and unfollow, but to have made a positive impact in somebody's day-to-day life, to have made their day a bit better, especially not knowing where their day even started, like that's what's really valuable.
To have that spiritual impact also. There are times where topics may come up on podcasts or a theme throughout a video idea, and the topic of God might come up. And for that to be portrayed in various different ways that can speak to various different people. Again, we don't know what, how, or when that could make an impact on someone, but the effect of that, I know it has to affect someone in a positive way. So I think I'm just like compounding on the things that we're still here. We're still trying to be present. So,
yeah. And by God's grace, we'll continue. There might be moments where it's easier, where it's harder, but I think we're both determined and committed to doing what we can to keep showing up, to not allow the adversity to make us give up on the very thing that we were so passionate and continue to be so passionate about doing.
So on that topic then, what is it that you do for more than Jill and Drum? Like, you're not just the co-host. Like, are you able to explain the ins and outs of what you do?
Sure. Do you know what? When you first asked it, I was thinking, oh man, do I have to like rationalize my position here? Like, am I auditioning right now? So what do you bring to the table? No. So aside from presenting.
And by the way, if you don't give yourself the credit that is due, just know that your co-host here is here to say all the attributes that you do bring, okay?
Okay.
And I don't want to be saying anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So, you see how I'm just struggling already?
I'm here thinking about what I do as well.
Okay. So I plan social media content, edit that, whether that's captioning or the actual like chop video edit. Some of that is a bit more straightforward. For more complex ideas, there's a little bit more to that. But yeah, social media side of things, I would say quite a lot of what I do at times is admin. So that's related to social media, but then also like our business admin. There's quite a lot of that at times. So yeah, just managing that, making sure we've got all the relevant things done, hitting key deadlines, that sort of thing. Also meeting planning. So you mentioned that we meet regularly. Whether there's different action points on there that you need to do, I need to do. Sometimes I'm more on it, sometimes I'm less on it, but just try and keep up with that. I do the audio editing for when we do tutorial videos, the drumming ones. So you could say maybe I'm like the audio
sound tech.
Sound tech? Yeah, okay, cool. You can call me a sound tech.
More than drill and drum sound tech.
Yeah. Not general. So yeah, when we do those, I will be coordinating when and how like Tyrese will record the different audio tracks, and then afterwards I will mix that so it sounds all nice when you're learning the drum beats. Yeah, I think that's probably.
I think as well, like setup.
Oh yeah, more setup. You're more set down. So with cameras, lighting.
Oh yeah, lighting,
colours, set design.
Yeah,
I'll say that lightly.
Take away the quotes.
Oh, right then. Yeah, try and keep it quite simple. Not too complex, but just kind of enough warmth. Yeah, just like a warm, homely atmosphere is what we're going for in this place. And just maximising the space that we have available. Yeah, I think that's probably the main things that I do.
Yeah.
So at times it feels like a lot of my job is admin. Admin and editing. And I would like to do more editing. It's tricky because editing is time consuming, as you know. Yeah. So so sometimes you kind of put it off for a while. So I think that's probably the key area that I would like to grow in. I actually really like it. Before we did more than drill and drum stuff, like I would actually have my hand in editing.
From your socials.
Yeah. And like I remember getting paid to do an editing job one time.
Really?
Yeah, it was a one-off.
Okay.
But that was based on like something else that I did. And like with uni, I did a little bit of editing as well. So yeah, it's funny when you come into a role like what we're doing now, where editing becomes more of your job. But yeah, it's nice to still have a hand in it. It's just a bit time consuming sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, from me to you, thank you.
Oh,
Because I couldn't do this without you, you know.
I mean, me neither. Because then what do you do? I know you do so much behind the scenes.
As we talked about, editing is quite a big part. It's more the long form content, so podcasts, the other videos that we see as well. That the audience sees. Even planning for some of those videos, like the joke video that should be out now.
That was so funny.
It was, no pun intended. The different videos, there's a lot of planning that has to go into that.
Yeah.
Actually, tutorials as well, actually being the main guy. Like, if I mess up, everyone knows that I messed up. But I guess that goes in the presenting stuff as well. I guess I do a little bit of admin as well. I think it's mainly like reaching out to people and just trying to get them to sit on our sofa with us or to just be involved in some way, shape or form.
You're like our liaison officer.
Oh, okay. Can I have something for props? I think I use our budget quite a bit.
Spending the money.
Yeah.
Set down.
Oh, just
So
like packing down and
yeah,
stuff.
literally so many times I'll leave here and this whole place is set up and you'll be like,
Yeah.
don't worry, I'll come
I
to
know
it
where
later.
everything is. I know everything that we own.
Mm-hmm.
I have to.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I would say that is mainly it.
I'm also thinking about like idea sourcing. Because you are creative and I feel like you have an eye out for things like,
And
oh yeah, let's do this.
interesting you say that, you know.
Yeah.
I do think I'm a creative. Like,
Yeah.
that word is so. I'm still trying to figure it out for myself. Drawings, no. Anything to do with colors, no. But I think. Actually, let me actually tell you a story.
Okay.
So I was doing an AYS program the other day.
Sorry, define AYS?
Adventist Youth.
Society.
Is it society?
Is it?
I
An
don't know.
afternoon program.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And I did have a little speech for my. So what I basically did was the presentation of Jonah, but I used people from the audience
Oh,
to
Jonah.
act it out.
Oh, okay.
So my little spiel in
Yeah.
the beginning was, yeah, I've got my own podcast, and I do this YouTube stuff, but I'm trying to see if I can be a director. So I need some people from the audience to like help me get my vision alive.
Hey.
And it went quite well, you know.
Is
Like
it?
my director was quite good. There was a point where the Jonah that we had, he just wasn't given the right energy. So I said, hey, hold up. Jonah was scared at this point. Like, I need to see more emotion coming from your face. I need to hear it in your voice. And he did it again. And the audience loved it, man. Claps. But what I'm trying to say is creative in the sense of video ideas. You know, there's a list of at least over 50 ideas. Like, if we had the time, if we had the budget, if we had the resources, those episodes would be absolute bangers. And I know that. But it's just, I just physically can't do it right now. But I'm hoping as we progress, as we get back into more of the drill and drum, there are some videos that will be exciting, that will be different from what we primarily do. Because we're talking about, we do podcasts, we also do reacts, we also have a little bit of travel content when we go away.
Yeah.
We also do educational stuff like tutorials or just, I remember one of the first videos we did was actually explaining how we got into drilling and drumming through Pathfinders and that little presentation that we...
The 2-minute summary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will explain it in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
I think it's such a good point that you make, though, because sometimes that word creative gets stereotypicalized in that you envisage a certain type of creative. But like creativity is all about creating. And the thing that you create can be so many different things. And so if your creative bag is in the creating of videos, then you're absolutely a creative.
Can I give you one on the creation side?
Okay.
I think you're quite captivating in the way that you speak. You know?
Really?
Yeah, you know how even me, I'm like, I just want to listen, man. You've got great. See, can you help me out with the words? I don't know. You know how to captivate a room. You know how to captivate an audience, and the stories that I know that you have in yourself, and the when you're able to tell them, especially the ones that make you crease, you're great at that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I think I've come to value.
See, you're doing it right now.
Really?
Yes.
I just said value. But for real, I have come to value effective communication because I realize how much deeper it can take a message compared to when something is delivered nonchalantly or in a very dry way. So, I have studied for a long time, and some sessions have been more captivating than other ones, and feeling that stark difference between the ones that are more so versus...
As in you're on the receiving end of
the receiving end, And so, when you've received some less optimal sessions, it kind of makes you think, okay, how would I want that to be better? So that if I was the one delivering it, or if I was to be sat in this session again, how would I receive that message better? How would I then go into next week still remembering that thing? And so it's made me a lot more conscious of that, especially having a platform like this where we can share. And this goes out to anybody who is of any level of influence, that you are standing in a position where people will listen, that the things that you say will be heard and they will matter to somebody. And so we almost have a duty to utilize that platform effectively so that the things that we do share can be not only shared for the moment, but kept by the person receiving it, because we were able to deliver it in a way that was keepable for them.
And you just conveyed that message so perfectly. But it is very, very truthful in what you're saying. So to wrap this up, I've got one final question for us.
Okay.
What is the relationship with drilling for you right now and drumming for myself? I can go first, so
Sure.
I'll put myself on the spot. And for me, I think right now I just need to get into a routine of some sort. Actually, set some time out to practice, to learn something new, to discover I wouldn't say I've lost the passion for drumming, but to just the motivation, I guess, to just do something. Like I'm sure I've said before, we talk a lot about drilling and drumming, but have our viewers been able to see what level of drilling and drumming we can actually do? And I don't think we've done our due diligence off that for them. So to be able to do that, I need to put the work in behind the scenes to be able to do that. So, yeah.
I think I would say similar. I don't drill very much. And it's ironic working in this drill and drum space and not doing that much drill and drum, because I think it's kind of like in a workplace, how you start off doing like a very specialized job, but then as you get higher and higher in like leadership or management, you do less of like the on the ground stuff. I feel like it's kind of similar, where the more we're creating content, the less of the actual thing that we do. But that said, I do think there is absolutely still a vital place for us to reconnect with the very thing that we started with. And so, yeah, I really resonate with that having that almost dedicated drill space is something that I would need to really pour back into the grassroots of drill, to just drill, you know, literally just do it. Yeah. But hopefully that has given our viewers a little insight into what it's really like, into how we don't disappear for the fun of disappearing, but we might just be charging in the background.
Summarizing on this conversation then, we are still here. We're still present. We're doing what we can to make the best content possible, to also provide that space for those who are listening and watching and viewing our content, however that is. So keep up the commitment and I'll try to do that too.
And so that brings us to the end of this slightly different podcast episode.
We hope that you enjoyed this different type of podcast.
And while you're here, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you next time on
More Than Drill and Drum.